we're going to look at how to use IAR Housing Hub's Leading Indicators report. We've already covered in another video the basics on how to create a report. So if you want to learn about that, check that video out. But for now, we're going to go to Reports, scroll down to Leading Indicators, and select this report. I'm going to choose the latest week, and we'll do the Indianapolis metro area. Let's view our report. The charts in Leading Indicators look a little bit different than other reports. We see a weekly line showing data for each week, and then at the end we see two horizontal lines. So this green one is our 3-week average, and the gray one represents the previous 6 weeks. And we can use these to see in what direction this indicator is trending. So for example, we're looking at listing prices here, and it looks like the latest week they were right about 300. I can mouse over here and see 299.9. But I can also see that in the last 3 weeks, they've averaged right under 300. And if I compare this to the previous 6 weeks, our gray bar is a lot lower. So if I mouse over this point, I can see the previous average is about 285, and the last 3 weeks average is about 297, which is why we say the trend is higher up here. We know that some of these indicators can bounce around a lot, and so we kind of account for that noise when we decide, is this trend higher, consistent, or lower? And in this case, we decided the change is so large that it's actually outside what would be considered normal noise for this area. So let's look at another example. Here's inventory. This one doesn't have nearly as much noise. It's a lot smoother line. And so this little drop between our previous 6-week average and our latest 3-week average is enough for us to say this is a lower trend in inventory in this market. This report also shows pending contracts, but some of the indicators get a little more complicated. So let's talk about immediate sales. This is the percent of new pending sales that are under contract in 3 days or less. So we take all the sales that pended in a given week and say how many of them were only listed for 3 days or less. And we call that an immediate sale. And so it tends to go up seasonally in the spring and early summer. And we see like a normal winter decline here. And this is trending lower. Price drops are calculated as price decreases divided by active listings. So if one house reduces its price 3 times in a week, that would be 3 price decreases. This tends to be higher in the summer and is declining recently as we head into the winter. And finally, days on market is a pretty normal stat we are all used to. We calculate this as the days from listing to pending. So this has been an introduction to our Leading Indicators report, and check out our other videos to learn about other reports and other features of the site. Thanks.